And that's your latest weather. Today, we're kicking off our special three-part series, What Happens If? For example, car problems, they are no fun. And this clip from the classic movie My Cousin Vinny shows us there's always something new to learn when it comes to cars.
Question, how do you get mud into the tires?
Oh, no, you see, that's just a figure of speech. See, the mud gets around the inside of the wheel, throws the balance off.
You ever hear that? Mud in the tires?
No.
She never heard it. She knows everything about cars.
Now, see, down here, everybody gets stuck in the mud every now and then.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you do get stuck in the mud or perhaps your windshield wipers flies off, don't fret, because here to tell you what to do is mechanic and founder of WomenAutoKnow.com, Audra Forden. Audra, good morning.
Good morning, Kaya.
All right. So it's bound to happen at some point or other. Sometimes, your car just won't start. Could be one of two problems, either the battery or it could be the starter's not working. How do you differentiate the two?
Well, right. There are two main reasons. And for the starter, well, it sounds something like this. I brought a sound for you, so take a listen.
Just a click. That's all you hear.
Okay.
Nothing catching.
Just a click. The second main reason is a bad battery. Now, if you go to your car and you try the horn or the radio, put the key in, and you hear something like, here's another sound.
I know that sound. That only me a couple times.
Oh, too well.
Yeah.
Well, that's an indication that your battery is bad, and you need a jump start.
Okay, which is pretty simple.
Which is pretty simple. If it's a starter, on the other hand, you can try putting your car into neutral and rocking it a little bit. Try starting it again. If it doesn't work, well, in that case, you're going to need a tow.
Time to
What
go
if
to
the
the
starter's
mechanic.
the problem?
Well, if the starter's the problem, you can try putting it into neutral. If it doesn't work, then you're calling it a tow truck.
To the tow. All right, let's get to the windshield problem here, okay? A lot of times, sometimes this happens, especially after winter or the spring showers, the blade falls off. So what do you, if you keep driving with it, what are the consequences?
Well, consequences are serious, and it's very dangerous because the arm is metal, and it will literally etch into the windshield. So what you want to do is pull over and find something in your car. Look around for a soft cloth or, I don't know, a T-shirt or something, and you want to wrap it around the arm. Right?
It's a temporary fix.
Look, and that's key. It's a temporary fix. Put the rubber band on tight, or a hair tie if you have long hair. Put it on because windshields are expensive. It'll save you a lot of money.
Okay, so now that we got warm weather coming up, some cars start overheating as you get into the warmer weather.
They sure do. Paying attention to your dashboard. Well, that's really key because there are indicators like the dashboard light or the temperature gauge that rises. So you can be proactive. But in the event that it does overheat, if you have a clogged radiator or a bad thermostat or preventative maintenance items like radiator hoses, I mean, feel this. It's very soft.
This is
compared
hard,
to this
brittle.
one. Right. They develop pinholes, which when the antifreeze goes on the hot engine will make your engine smoke, and that's when you need to pull over so that you don't blow a head gasket. But if you don't have time to pull over, you can, even in the summer, turn the air conditioner off, put the heat on high.
Oh, that's hot in the summer.
But it's pulling the heat from the engine compartment into the cabin, which is going to buy you some time to pull over. Yes, and not blow a head gasket.
Let's talk about, this is a problem a lot of people have, oil leaks in the driveway or in your garage. How do you get rid of that?
Well, convenient household items are certainly going to help you out. I don't know how convenient that is for sure, unless you have a cat, but detergent and baking soda. You're going to put it onto the stain, scrub it in, let it sit overnight, and then the next day sweep it up. And if it doesn't completely remove, at least it will minimize.
And you're getting mud into your car now because you've got the spring thaw and all kinds of
Well, this is more if
heavy
you're
showers.
stuck in the mud, right?
Definitely if you're stuck. So dual purpose. Your car comes stock with floor mats. Now, if you're going to be stuck, the worst thing you can do is continue to spin out because you're going to dig a hole deeper and you're going to heat up your transmission. So you're going to get out of the car with your floor mat and look to see which of the wheels is getting you stuck.
Which side do you put it on then?
Which way you're going matters, right? So if you're going forward, then you're going to put the floor mat in front. And if you're going in reverse, then you're going to put it behind. Go back into your car. Make sure that there's nobody around you for safety purposes and you don't want to get splashed with mud. And then that will give you enough traction to pull yourself out.
Fantastic.
Good idea.
All right.
And you have to replace the mat. That's cheap. Anyway, Audra, good to have you here. Thank you.